Hi, good evening, guys, and welcome to our second episode of the series, Fit as a Fiddle. In the last episode, we talked about mental health, how to be resilient in your work from home scenario, and today we're going to speak about one of the unconventional career opportunities of becoming a fitness coach. Please welcome Amarpreet Singh, our guest speaker for the evening. He's a trained fitness coach at Fittr right now. He's a certified fitness and nutrition consultant from INFC, and he has helped more than 200 people to achieve their dream physique. His strength lies in taking an alternative path to fitness and runs on a motto of maximum output through minimum interventions. He has multiple certification under his belt like dietary supplements, nutrition, and lifestyle in pregnancy, fat loss, fundamentals, and many more. We welcome Amarpreet to our platform today.
Thanks, Apurva, for inviting me to the In Conversation channel. And I hope this conversation helps people understand more about the fitness journey and they understand what it takes to be a fitness coach. And if anyone wants any help regarding anything, I'm more than welcome to help them.
Sure. And so let's get started and dive right into the topic. We have divided this particular chat in two sections, followed by an open Q&A. Whatever questions that comes in the comment section, I'll brief you or read them out to you, and you can simply answer them. So, as far as the two segments are concerned, one is when we're going to talk about your journey and how you kind of broke the barriers to become a fitness coach. And second, we'll talk about this as a full-time career option of for people who aspire to become a fitness coach. What all things they really require to turn into one. So, Amarpreet, I think first question that really comes to my mind is that why fitness coaching? Or how did you kind of think about that? Yeah, I want to be a fitness coach.
Okay. So my story goes back to my college days when I was a very fit person because I used to play a lot of cricket around and I was very fit. But then it so happened that I happened to injure my leg and I was bedridden for around 1.5 years. And that is the time I happened to gain a lot of weight and I was just not happy with the way I looked. So the first intention was to be a fitter version of myself because I was not liking the way I looked. And so I started reading more about fitness, like how do I transform myself, reading a lot of Google articles and Instagram posts. And that is when I realized, okay, this is something that I can do to at least transform myself. So I started and it was on and off for around 1.5 to 2 years. And I got the results, but the results were not that great to be honest. And that is when I happened to meet a coach and I got in touch with him and explained him my entire scenario and he told, okay, let's just do it. So I did a transformation under him and I got tremendous results. And that is where I started gaining more interest in this subject. Like this is something that interests me a lot and started reading more about it. And when you transform yourself, people around you start looking at it and they start asking, what am I exactly doing to transform myself? So I started helping them as well with whatever knowledge I had. And they were getting sort of good results. And that is when I thought that this is something that interests me and helping people, I was liking it a lot. So I thought, why not take it as a career option? So I enrolled with a course in INFS, happened to clear it. And then I gave an interview with the Fittr company and got enrolled in Fittr as a coach. And that's how the journey has been right now. It's been going good. I have been training for around 10 people for around 1.5 years now. And I've coached around 200 plus people. And it's going smooth as of now. So that's how
Mm,
my journey from a college student to fitness coach went through.
that's great to hear. And how being a fitness coach has actually impacted your other aspects of life, or how they've kind of helped to transform those places.
See, first thing that fitness requires is discipline and consistency. If these
True.
two things are not there, you will not be able to transform yourself. Like no matter what you do, if you're not consistent with it, if you're not disciplined, you are not going to transform yourself. That is a written thing, right? And fitness coaching, in fact, has helped me a lot in becoming a more calmer person. I used to be a bit more aggressive at the start because that is how I was at the start. But when you talk to so many people, you get to know about their point of view, their struggles in life, and that has actually helped me understand others people point of view as well. Like when I have a discussion about any topic, in fact, I don't just put across my point of view, but I try to understand what others' point of view as well, right? And that is how it has helped me. It has made me more consistent, more disciplined, and a more calmer person, to be very honest.
Mhm. And what are the myths of being a fitness coach? And do you think that people obviously call them as bodybuilders, drink a lot of protein shakes, they count calories on everything that they kind of eat on their diet? What are your
Right.
things that you have heard as a fitness coach?
See, the first thing that comes to my mind is the word dieting itself is wrongly defined by people.
Hmm.
Dieting does not mean that you have to eat boiled foods and boiled salads every day. Dieting just means that you need to learn how to eat right. And by right, I mean you can still enjoy the foods that you normally eat. Roti, dal, sabji, that is common food in every Indian household. You can eat all these things and you will still be able to get the results. The only thing that is needed is consistency and the way you plan things ahead. You need to be physically active. I'm not saying you need to train 6 days a week, an hour each or 2 hours each. You don't need that. For a normal person, if he is able to devote just 3 days a week for any sort of physical activity, weight training, and he eats the right amount of foods, and he takes care of his nutrition values, the calories, macros, he will still be able to achieve the result plus enjoy his diet. He or she does not have to eat boiled food or salad to achieve the results.
And how does you think that society kind of normalizes or stigmatizes the career option, which like fitness coach as a career option or a yoga trainer as a career option? A lot of people do say that side venture theek hai, you go
Hmm.
and do it is okay, but taking it up something as a complete career opportunity is like big of a thing to think about. So how your
Correct. So,
journey has been through that?
see, right. So, whenever anyone does something new, people will doubt it at the start because this is something unconventional. We are all supposed to become doctors and engineers as per society, right? Now, what I believe is if you do something that you actually like, you should not be answerable to anyone. Obviously, you'll have to make your parents understand that is a time-taking process. Some parents might understand at the start, some might not. But if you actually believe in yourself and if you actually think that this is something that you can do for longer term and this is something that interests you, I'm sure the parents will understand as well. And I think I personally I feel I'm not answerable to anyone except my parents, right? So my parents very well understood what I was trying to make them understand, and they have supported me as well. And because now it has been going smooth, so they now know at least that what I did was right, and they're happy about it.
Hmm. And any one unforgettable transformation journey of your client, which is like kind of very close to your heart?
Yes. So you must be knowing a lot of companies, supplement companies that are keen on selling slimming shakes, like drink this shake
Yeah,
and you lose weight. I'm not going
yeah.
to name the company, but there was a client has been trying for, who has been using that slim shakes for around 1.5 years, and she was just not getting the result. As in, she was losing weight, then the weight got bounced back when she started eating the foods that she normally eats, and it was a repetitive process. Take the shake, you lose weight. You stop the shake, you don't lose weight.
Hmm.
The thing about such shakes is that these are not sustainable. You will not be able to drink those shakes for lifetime. So why
True.
do something that is temporary, right? If you are able to achieve result by eating the food that you normally eat, and you are able to follow it for a long time, I think there's nothing better than that, right? So this transformation that I did was a lady who was I think her age was around 36, and she was using the shakes. She was not happy because the weight was bouncing back. And when we started eating right, she not only lost her weight, she happened to get a lot of body mass, I mean body strength as well. And she is continuing under me right now. She happened to lose around 12 kgs in 4 or 5 months, and she's happy with the progress. She's gaining muscle mass, she's gaining strength, and the diet is sustainable as well. So that is something that is very close to my heart as of now, because I was able to transform a person who did not believe that she could do it by eating normal food items, and she is doing very very well now, right now.
Mm, that's commendable. And now, while we were talking about fitness coach and being a trainer, I just got reminded that whenever I used to kind of go to gym or hit the gym pre-COVID, I never used to have a personal trainer. And then there are people who really
Mhm.
have fitness coaches and personal trainers in the gyms. I just had one guy who used to kind of help me out with the equipments, but never something because I barely had any goal. I just wanted to be fit, and hence I kind of hit to the gym. So a lot of people do have a thinking that if you do that, either if you're heading to a gym, you need a personal coach or a fitness trainer or something like that, because you go with the purpose agenda, maybe of losing weight,
Correct.
transforming your body, or doing something. But often, a lot of people who are good in shape or maybe good in looks, they might not go for those transformations, but they really go out for just remaining fit and
Mhm.
healthy or doing a workout. So how have you ever faced that some situation where people do look down upon you as a fitness trainer, or they say that you have a really purposeful agenda of fitness, or you think that it has more broader as an aspect?
I think sometimes people do look at it like I have an agenda, because obviously people might think that, uh, see, a lot of times what happens is that people feel that because this is something that I am interested in doing, I should help people just like that, not charge any amount, because this is one thing
Yeah,
that people tell me, like, why not do it
true.
for free,
Hmm.
right? But if I start giving everything for free, I think the value goes down. Nobody,
True.
it's not that I have not trained people for free. I have at the start, when you don't have any transformations, you tend to help people just like that, so that you get some transformation. You show it to the people that okay, I have transformed so many people. But if you, but most of the time it happens that those people don't respect your time, because if you give something for free, there are many people who won't respect that, right? So people have looked down to us at the start, but that's okay, because I think now right now the fitness industry is evolving in the right manner, and people now know, at least after Corona, that if you have to live for a longer life, you have to stay fit, and the diet and the workout is just a part of life. So incorporate that, and that will help you live a longer life, and in a healthy manner as well.
True. That's true. So, if a person goes out without an agenda, do you think he or she should still look for a fitness coach or a trainer, or he can just go and work all by himself?
I believe there are only two ways to get things done. Be it anything.
Hmm.
Either you do it on your own. How will you do it? By learning more about it. The
Hmm.
information is available. You Google it, you will get all the information.
Hmm.
But the information is scattered. You will find a
True.
lot of noise there. So it will take a lot of time for you guys. If you want to do something new, you can
Hmm.
read in Google. That is one way to do it. The other way is to hire someone, or rather enroll under someone who already knows the subject, and he or she can help you achieve the result. What will happen is that person will remove the noise, and you'll be able to get the result in a much shorter period of time, right? So it depends upon you. Whichever way you are comfortable with, one can go about it.
Hmm. Sounds good. And I think this kind of brings me to the second segment of fitness coach as a career option. How long do you think it takes to become a fitness coach? Or what is the journey and the process be like?
Hmm. Okay. So the first thing that I feel is we should start reading materials on our own. There are a lot of
Hmm.
free materials available in Google and other platforms as well. So first thing that anyone needs to do is start learning, start using the free resources that are available, and then you will actually be able to understand whether you actually want to get to the field or not, right? Once you once you are familiar with the field and you feel that okay, this is something that interests you and you can do for a longer period of time, and you can actually help others, then maybe go for a good certification. And the certification is just the start, because the learning has to continue even after the certification. This is one field where you have to continue learning, because there are new researchers coming on every day. right? There will be a lot of topics which you might have not heard of. So certification is just a part of it. The learning has to go on for life. That's what I feel.
Mhm. And what all certifications are currently there in India to kind of be trained as a fitness coach?
The one certification that I did from India was INFS, and they're offering a diploma course for certification, and I think that is good. That is a good certification to get started with. And once you have done that, then obviously you can go for other certifications like ASN, NASM. Those are international certification, so you can go for them as well.
Okay. But there are no such dedicated colleges or institutes where you kind of go and take a proper course.
There are colleges that are available. So I mean, I think you can just Google about it, and it actually depends upon the area of study because
Hmm.
uh, the fitness and nutrition coaching, that is one subject. It is divided into several other subjects as well. So if you are interested in one particular area, there are colleges which you can just Google and you'll get to know about it. But on a broader level, certifications like INFS, AS, NASM, those helps us understand the broader level of the subject, and we can use them to help people transform themselves.
Hmm. If I want to take a step back and kind of ask you to give us a broad overview of what all things are there a person can do as a fitness coach, personal trainer, or when he kind of thinks about this field, what all options is he open with?
Okay. So the first option that they can do is they can either do freelancing,
Hmm.
have a Instagram page or a Facebook page, and you show people what all knowledge you have. To make posts that are informative so that people go through it and they get to learn something about it. And that is how people know that, okay, this person knows something about this subject. That
Okay.
is one area that can be explored. The other thing that you can do is associate with a company like Fittr that I am doing. So you give interviews, you clear the interviews, you join them, and they give you a platform wherein you can showcase your talent, and people will come to know about you as a person, like what all things you know about or how you can help them transform them. So these two are the main options that you can use. Another option that is available is floor trainer. So basically you can go to a gym and you can train people on the floor about how to exercise, what all exercises you need to do. So floor training is also an option that one can explore. So these three are the main options available.
And what are the prerequisites broadly for getting into any of these three fields?
You need to say if you are
Certification
going
obviously
for
is one.
certification. Yes,
True.
certification is one, and obviously when you start, you should not expect a lot of money because you are new, and it takes time for people to relate to you, right? So you go out there, and the main aim should be to just help people. The more and more people you help, the more people will come to know about you. And certification is good enough to get started with, and you can just go out there and showcase your talent and showcase your knowledge, and that is how people will eventually come to know
Kind of
about you and
get to know
avail your
you.
service. Yeah.
But
Yes.
but I feel that be turning myself, for example, if I'm interested in yoga
Mm,
or something like that, and I
mm,
kind of
mm,
go out and take a certification in yoga, but then still for me to kind of uh, be a yoga instructor would
mm,
require a good amount of time that
mm,
I spend with doing my asanas and doing my workout. So I feel that
mm.
for myself or for anyone who's turning into a fitness coach, it's already a long journey. First, he has to kind of cross that
Right.
path to be able to
Right.
kind of help it. So how many
Mm.
years or how many time what is the like ample time you took, and what is the average time that normally a person takes to go through that journey?
Uh, the time I took was around an year, to be honest. So when the lockdown
Hmm.
happened, I thought this is the perfect time to get started with this journey because that time I had some time in my hand to complete the course. So I took
Hmm.
around an year, and I think it takes some time. At least if you do a good certification, it will take at least 6 months of time. And once you complete the certification, you have to obviously transform yourself because if you are yourself not fit, why will people come to you, right? And then start helping your friends, your family members. So all these things helps us uh, put forward our approach to the people. And I think it takes around an year for people to actually start getting to know you. So an year will be a good time to get started with.
Okay. And taking a shift or a turn towards Fitter, how did kind of Fitter helped you in this journey?
Hmm.
Or what is the
Okay.
main goal that Fitter is kind of
Hmm.
driving?
Okay. So before Fitter, I was doing freelancing. So I completed
Hmm.
INFS course and I was doing freelancing. But obviously, the reach is less because if you're doing freelancing, not many people will come to know about you all of a sudden, right? You'll have to keep working hard. You'll have to showcase a lot of transformations, and only then people come to know about you. How Fitter has helped me is that when I joined Fitter, it gave me a platform in which people I was able to get in touch with a lot of more people. So more and more people get to know about me as a person because Twitter has an option of asking people what they want. Because let's say you have a query and any
Hmm.
fitness related query and you want a general solution about it. So Twitter provides you the option of making a post about it, like this is a query that I have, and
Hmm.
all the coaches that are there in the platform will help you address that query, right? So because I was helping a lot of people address their query and providing significant inputs to them, more and more people got to know about me, and that is how my reach increased. And once the reach increased, obviously people see a lot of other things as well, like your knowledge, your certifications, your the page, the kind of page you have maintained on Instagram or FB. So all these things combined together helped me reach a wider audience, and that is how I was able to help at least to 200 people transform them.
Okay. And how do you really get clients enrolled under you? And what is your USP? How do you think that what does client looks into a fitness coach or of when they kind of come and say that, yeah, this is the guy I want to get trained with? Because I'm sure they are open with a lot of options, but then how do
Correct.
one kind of gets differentiated through that?
Right. So you're right about it. Like there are a lot of coaches. What is the criteria with which one can choose a coach? So
True.
the first criteria that one should look for is the kind of certification that person has done. That is one
Hmm.
criteria. Then look for the transformations that person has done. How many people that person has helped transform themselves. And right now, I think Instagram is a very good platform in which you can showcase your knowledge. So the more informative post you make about a particular topic that helps people, the more
Hmm.
people can relate to it. And that is one thing that has helped me a lot because a lot of people have come to me and told that I like your post that you made on this topic and I implemented it and that was easy to follow. And now I want a more professional help from you. So that's the best way to do it. Like if you have something, if you know about something, showcase it in an easy and an effective manner to people. And the more and more people relate to it, the more people will come to you for help.
Hmm. Okay. And what kind of industry you think this fitness coaching or training will turn into in coming years, considering that pandemic was one hit which made all of us realize that this is important, this is something we should really focus on, be it our mental health, be it our physical health. This is something is should be incorporated as an important component in our daily routine. It cannot be something which
Right.
can be far-fetched or left behind for weekends to chill. And how do you think this fitness industry, as an industry, is transforming? And what future growth potentials you kind of look at it?
See, I feel the industry is growing exponentially, and more people are getting to know about why they need to stay fit for life. And this is not just a 3 months or 6 month thing. This is something that is supposed to be a part of your lifestyle, right? And you're you asked me a question at the start, like what all myths I have come across, right? And being
Hmm.
a fitness coach. So the more and more people are able to debunk this myth about the dieting, about the fitness part, more and more people are actually getting interested in this. Like they now know that they don't have to give up on their foods, they don't have to eat boiled foods, they don't have to train 6 days a week, 7 days a week for an hour, and they can enjoy their life. They can incorporate this into the daily routine, and they will be able to still stay fit and healthy for life, right? And I feel this is going to grow exponentially even more. And Yeah, I think there's a lot of scope in fitness industry. So the more knowledge you gain, the more people you help, your growth is going to be exponential as well.
Hmm. What do you think would be a long-term goal when someone pursues fitness coaching or training? What is your
See, the
long-term goal?
okay. So my long-term goal is to obviously right now I'm earning decently well. Obviously, money is important to everyone. And at the start, when I started, the money earning was not the only goal that I had. Obviously, we all need money to survive. But the aim was just to help people and then see if I can take it as a full-time career option or not. So my
True.
goal as of now is to help more and more people, gather more and more knowledge, maybe do a few more certifications to enhance my knowledge, and one day become a full-time fitness coach. Because right now I'm doing it as a part-time job, right? I'm This is not my full-time job, doing it as a part-time. So one day I definitely want to do it as a full-time job, and I want to help more people. And it also gives us a sense of happiness and relief that you are able to bring value to someone else's life. So
True.
that is incomparable to anything. So that is what my aim is, to become a full-time fitness coach.
Got it. And what are your take, or what is your take uh, to anyone who's planning to start or kickstart this? That you have some tips and tricks for him or her to
Hmm.
think about this as a field and kind of pursue it
The first thing that you need to ask yourself is why. Why do you want to do this? If you have a reason to do it, you will be able to do it. That is what I believe. So, like I told, if you enjoy learning more about fitness, first
Hmm.
learn more about it and then try to implement it on yourself. Then you try to help your friends and family members and see if this actually interests you or not. And once you feel that, okay, this is something that interests me, I'm happy doing this thing, and I'm happy bringing value to people's life, transforming them, then maybe go for a certification, and then the journey goes on for life. There's no end to this.
Sure. And now since we were talking about this, I just want to ask one more thing. Do you think that there's a standardized process? For example, you as a fitness coach or someone else as a
Hmm.
fitness coach, does the process of transforming your clients, the way you do it, and the way
Hmm.
any other fitness coach would do it is similar? Or you guys always go with your unique method and process of taking this up?
Right. So if you see, the basic remains same, no matter
Okay.
which coach you go through, the basics will remain
Hmm.
same. Obviously, the kind of plan that coach gives you will depend upon his understanding about the subject, plus his experience level, plus what is your current fitness level as well, and your goals as well, obviously,
Hmm.
right? So it all depends, like your goals, your preferences, your current lifestyle, the coach's knowledge about the subject, the coach's experience, all this combined together decides the kind of plan that is getting delivered to the client, and that varies from person to person. So yes, the basics will remain same, but you will find some changes
But
here
there's
and there.
clearly differentiation between every fitness coach
Yes,
before he kinds of come on the board. That's fair. And
correct.
well, one thing that what are your plans or how did you really start with your fitness journey? I'm asking this question from a perspective of a very layman person who wants to start today on the fitness journey, but really having procrastinating it
See, the point is, if you like doing something, you should start doing it right now, right away,
today.
is what I believe.
Hmm.
If you just procrastinate, you will just keep on delaying it, and it is going to get delayed. I believe everyone has time in their hand. Nobody is so busy that he or she cannot take out at least 30 minutes of time for himself for something that he wants to do, right? So you don't have to invest 2 hours or 3 hours of studying every day. Even if you just start with one small topic, give 30 minutes of time every day, you will still be able to get a lot of knowledge. And once you obviously start enjoying this, you will be able to take out more time, because we will obviously be able to take out more time in something that we enjoy doing, right?
True.
So you should start right now. There's no point waiting and delaying it, because time is obviously running out and you're not going to get this time back, right? So plan better, take out some time for yourself, and just do what you feel like doing.
Hmm. I think that's a very good closing line by you before we could kind of sign off the sessions. This session of today of talking a journey about fitness coach and how actually one can transform his or her life and impact others' life as well through this transformational journey that we are kind of embarked upon. And I'm glad to kind of have this discussion with you today on this forum because I really didn't have any idea about this poetry industry and how this industry literally pans out. For me, it was just another guy who just really loves being in gym, and they kind of convert themselves into a gym trainer. But I think that's not the only thing. A lot of really real efforts go behind that particular decision before you kind of think that yes, I want to be a fitness coach or I want to be a gym trainer or a personal trainer for that matter. Any closing thoughts would happy to have.
Yeah, so like I told, if you want to get in this field, you should start learning about it right now. There's no point delaying it. So start learning, start implementing on yourself, around people around you, and just get it done. And if you feel you need any help from my side regarding any materials or any resources that you need to get started with, you are free to ping me on Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to help.
Sure, guys, and his Instagram ID is there in the description section. So make sure you check out his page and also follow him. Thank you, Amarpreet, for doing this with me.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
really glad to have this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.